What's up guys, I'm Fox19. Today we're back to our Destiny 2 video. In this video we're going over Xur's inventory for today. I know I'm very late. Just like my last video, uh that only got 8 views apparently, which was pretty sad. I hope this video can get more. Without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna be going over the weekly reset. Well, not really the weekly reset, but in general, the Dawning event, Renegades, the store, and also Xur, obviously. So let's get into it. So we're gonna go to the tower, and while we wait to get loaded in, we're going to be going over the shop. Alright, so for our shop we have the Sharkbite shader, the Dawning Elan shader, which this shader has been sold last week. However, it is a moving shader, meaning its effects are kind of like animated, and that means it's a really kind of rare shader, not that rare. But most of these shaders that have like this thing like below the apply to shader or whatever description, they're not sold very often. We have the Snowy Entrance, the Tangled Shell, the Merrymaker ornament from Monte Carlo, and the Ice Carving emote, which also has assorted effects. Okay, so Bungie just doesn't want me going over the store. However, this means we're able to go to Xur. So we'll continue the shop later on in the video. Alright, our favorite tentacle man is back, and he's brought with him Assassin's Cowl, which actually he hasn't sold in a while. Same for Arthur's Embrace, he's selling Doomfane Pauldron, and Curse of the Falling Star. Now guys, listen, this is a 58 roll, which means it absolutely sucks. However, this exotic in general is quite good for Titan DPS on Arc, so you guys might want to pick this up. Same thing for Warlocks. Transversus Steps it can be many things, as for the archetype it is, since it is mainly buffs your movement, and it also reloads your weapons. You could go with like a weapon stat, but it's a very flexible exotic. So then we have Briarbind, and also guys, if you see any of these exotics that you might want, but you don't like the roll, what you can do is you can go to your ghost, and what you're able to do is you can change the mod, and some of these will actually change archetype based off the one that you choose. So, for example, I think this one was a Grenadier, now it's a Gunner. I think this one also changed, it was like a Brawler or something like that. But for Arthur's Embrace, you definitely want Brawler. And this is also 62 roll, so this is actually really good. And yeah, some of these will change, some of them might not. It's kind of RNG, and you just have to hope that you actually get the roll that you want. Hold on. Oh. So, as for his Strange Gear offers, he's brought with him the Huckleberry Catalyst, which kept getting buffed. The Cold Heart Catalyst, which isn't very good, but it did go crazy back in Episode Heresy, so it might be worth using a little bit. The Colony, which isn't really that special. Fighting Lion, which I did see Rick Kakas said that this is actually kind of good. I don't really see how it's good that much, but Sweet Business, which should only be used by Titans, honestly, which is also quite fun, said by Rick Kakas, again, with Aki and Warrig, and an F tier Hawkmoon. Trust me guys, I already looked. Then we have, Liturgy, with disorienting grenades and slideways plus chain reaction. Listen guys, listen. Chain reaction is not what we want on this thing, but listen. Slideways disorienting is almost the god roll, because you absolutely want disorienting grenades on here, because this allows you, because it's a double fire, each and every because this weapon fires 2 shots at once, so you can quite literally just stun 2 different groups of enemies with this weapon in like a single shot. This is absolutely insane, and it's what's crazy is that since this weapon has like such dog water reload speed. You can use slideway, so then just slide and keep doing this, and you can just keep doing that over and over and over. And it is absolutely insane. However, chain reaction is actually pretty good on this thing, because what we want is that now that we're disorienting stuff, we want to be able to actually have some ad clear with the thing. And here's where it gets crazy. This is actually one of the best perks you can get on the thing. So this is literally A tier. The Godrill that you want is not chain reaction, but chill clip. Because I kid you not, guys, this thing can get chill clip, slideways, disorienting. This means you're able to stun 2 different combatants at the same time, and you're also able to reload this thing extremely fast while also being able to slow and freeze everything around you. So this thing is crazy, and with 100 velocity, that is insane. So what you're able to do is you can actually switch to smart drift control and then masterwork this thing or something like that, or like enhance it, and you can get better perks, and you can keep like the stability and handling. So you can go to smart drift control and then masterwork this thing, and you'll get like 10 more velocity. So it's just free stats. And so this thing is really good. So I highly recommend you guys get this. This is actually one of like the more good weapons there has been selling this week. Next we got Ignition Code, which, yeah, this is not the Godrill, but another disorienting. That's pretty nice. The Godrill is like Lead from Gold, Kinetic Tremors, I believe? No. Slideways. Something like that. I kind of forgot the Godrill. Then we have Cold Denial with Headseeker. Now, this is actually pretty nice for PvP. However, I don't think Tunnel Vision is what we want here. But it's still good. It's still good. Then we got Brass Attacks with Sympathetic Arsenal, Feeding Frenzy. Yeah, this is not good. However, for my hold up, what's that weapon called? Legend of Acreus users, it has like insanely low reload speed, so what you can do is you can use this weapon to get a kill, and that's going to reload the weapon, so you can pretty easily just get some niche, I guess, DPS with the weapon. Then we have Annual Skate with Time Payload. This is apparently really good on this. I don't know how, but it is, I guess. You might want to get that for like PvE or PvP or whatever. I don't know. Mindbender's Ambition. This is a really old Nightfall weapon back in the good season. My favorite. The good old Season of Defiance. With Pugilist and Fragile Focus, yeah, absolutely not. Seventh Seraph Saw with Zen Moment Mulligan. This is a good combination, but the weapon in general isn't really that used or good at all. So, it's not good. Watchful Eye with Rolling Storm Eddy Current. Honestly, this weapon is only really good for like DPS, and it doesn't look like we have anything good for DPS, with Rolling Storm being able to give Volt Charge. You could use this, I guess, for easy Volt Charge, for like your Volt Charge build on Hunter or whatever, since Hunters don't really have a lot of Volt Charge builds with them. But yeah, it's pretty niche. Then we have Temptation's Hook with Assassin's Blade, Tireless Blade. I guess it could just be used for like movement and kills, or just sword synergy in general. It's also caster frame, which kind of works well with this, but in general, it's not a very good weapon. I mean, besides for making orbs, because it can get attrition orbs in one of these columns. But it doesn't have that, so. Next, we got more strange offers. He's got raid banners, glimmer. That's a lot of glimmer. Enhancement cores, 7 alloys, yeah, not much going on here. I wish he could have sold, like, I don't know, Deep Sight Harmonizer. But he's not. He got 11 raid banners for us, though, and that's pretty nice. But other than that, the main stuff you should be picking up is that Liturgy, this Cold Denial for PvP, because I actually don't have a Liturgy with Slideways, so this is actually pretty good. I'm gonna get this. And also remember to get the Strange Weapon Engrams as well, because again, it gives you literally any weapon that is able to sell, not just from this loot pool. And it's a random roll too, so you might just get a god roll.
Is it your will to return?
Next we got the store, the Red Dust. We got Gingerbread Projection. Compliance is still here, which is pretty nice, which I did go over last reset, aka Tuesday. Or Wednesday, I don't know. Porcelain Gorgeous vehicle. Filgy Rover
What
ship.
happens when every cell is
Cygnus
dead?
Shell. Holiday Caroling emote. Snowball Fight, which actually you might want to get this, although it's quite expensive. Dawning Brilliance shader, which looks nice. Dawning Hope, which is a nice black and yellow shader. Shark Bite, which is actually, oh, it's very white is what I'm noticing. You might want to get that for white fashion. Beneficence shader,
I
which is
come
like a
bearing help.
lunar New Year kind of thing. Shower of Gifts transmat effect. Festive Entrance transmat effect, and Peppermint Burst. Next, we're going to be going over the portal reset, which has not hit yet, but I promise I will make a video about that later, I think. Well, I can't really promise it, but... Crucible Ops, we got, ooh, Martlet and Moth Athenora 4, which is quite nice. From Trials. From Pinnacle Ops, we have Swordmaster's Mask from Locus of Wailing Grief. Duty Bound from Derealize. Swordmaster's Vest from Widow's Court. As for Arena, we have Motif 41 from Quickplay, which is quite nice because you can actually get Heal Clip Incandescent on that, or if you don't want Incandescent, you can also go with Attrition Orbs too, which is quite nice. And then again, it's also a Area Denial frame as well, which is quite good. But yeah. Then we got Fair Potent Grips from Astral Alignment. From Fireteam Ops, we have Fair Potent Curus from Quickplay. A good shout still from War or Nothing. Fair Potent Mask from the Arms Dealer. Evening SL14 from Expedition Nessus. Fair Potent Strides from Belgam Behemoth. As for Solo Ops, let's see if we got anything good. Ooh, Saya Turn 4 from Quickplay. Guys, get this. You have like, what, 3 hours to get this? Get it. Something, which is also quite good for, like, I don't know, DPS shenanigans from type in Imperator. Salt Mines has a lot of rewards, but then again, it's lengthy activity, so a little less from the Conflux. Lots more from Creation and Caldera, and Skywatch. And that's it. So that's kind of the end of this video. That's all I really got, and this was pretty short, and I did intend it for it to be short. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!